Alright, computer group, this is yours today. Alright, this is what you're going to be doing. I do have a video in here. You do have this. You have several different things to do. You will have a quizzy to go to. You have 10 problems on that. You're going to do this worksheet. I do some of them. I want you to try some on your own. I'll do so many of them, so it gives you kind of an example. You could stop at any time on this video. You know that while you're doing this. It's just a short one. Then when you get done, you go to quizzy. Then there is something called Meltdown. And you go on down and you'll see it. It's another little video. It's a game that you can play. It's called Meltdown. It's just a little fun game that you can play in algebra. So, let's get started. Okay, we had a short video to watch, so let me turn the light out. And it's going to kind of give you something to do here and what it's doing. So I need you to listen up. It's going to kind of give you a heads up of what you're doing.
Hi, this is Mr. Rutherford. Write an equation in slope-intercept form of a line with a slope of -2/3 and a y-intercept of 1. Then graph the equation. First, we need to remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. We're given both of these things, so we can write our equation. So it will be y equals -2/3 x plus 1, because our slope is -2/3 and our y-intercept is given as 1. Now let's graph this. First we'll plot the y-intercept, which will be up 1 from the origin at 0, 1. Then our slope can be viewed as -2/3. So what this means, we're going to go down 2 and to the right 3. Because remember, slope is equal to rise over run. Our rise is -2, which means down 2, and our run is +3, which means to the right 3. We could also look at this as 2 over -3, which would mean from our y-intercept we could go up 2, then the result would be to go to the left 3. Either way will work. Notice we still have a straight line, and we'll connect these 3 dots with a straight line, preferably using a ruler. We'll draw our arrows on either end, and then next to the line I'm going to write the equation y equals -2/3 x plus 1.
Alright, so I told you, it's just a short, painful little video. Okay, alright, graphing an equation in the slope form. This is what you have right here, your thing, and let me turn the light on so you can see me. And this is your paper that's in computer thing. Okay, this is what you're doing. It's a skills practice. Alright, where'd my clicker go? There it is. Okay, it says slope number 1, right here, it says slope 5, intercept -3. So this is how I would write my equation, and hopefully this will work without it going crazy. I would have y equals 5 x minus 3. That would be my equation. That's all I would do. Alright, let me see if this will work. Alright, let me go ahead and get this thing calibrated. Sorry. Because sometimes it does it this way. Alright. I did this a lot of points. People notice that is because it makes it more pinpoint than it does if you just use like the three. It doesn't calibrate as well into the pinpoint of what I need it to do. Because here lately it seems like it's been kind of crazy. So, alright, let's go to the next one. Number 2 says the -2, okay, that's my slope, and it says my intercept is 7. So I know that I'm going to have y equals -2, what's my variable? X plus 7. And that's going to be number 2. Alright, let's go to number 3. Okay, number 3 is going to be a -6 slope with a -2. So this would be this one right here. So I would have y equals -6x minus 2. I put it in my form right here of y equals mx plus b. So there's my slope, and there's my variable x, and there's that. Now I'm going to do number 4. Okay, now this one is y equals what? 7x. Is it a plus? Yes, plus 1. Okay, I did 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video and you do 6 through 8. Then when you get done with 6 through 8, turn the video back on and let's do the next. Okay, let me clear this. Alright, now you're going to do number 9. Oh, look, I did a different equation right here. I did my slope-intercept form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these points, okay? So I have 0, 3, 2, 1. So there's my x1, y1, x2, y2, right? So I'm going to have 1 minus 3. And then I'm going to have 2 minus 0. So when I subtract from there, if you stick it in the calculator, I'm going to get -2, 2. Or, will 2 go into 2? Yes. It would equal -1 would be my slope. I would just go up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1. And would that be true? Yes. If you look at your slope, it would be true. So, with that being said, I am going to go to the next one. Let me clear this. We're going to do one more, and I think I am doing number 11. No, number 10 on this, sorry. It's on the other one, I'm doing a different one. So I can do the same thing here. I'm going to do this one, then you'll pause and do the next one by yourself. Or, if you think you know it, you could stop now and go on and then check yourself. That's a great way to do it too. So we have 0, 2, and 2, -4. So there's my x1, y1, x2, y2. Makes me feel good to do that so I know where I'm plugging things in with my formula. So now I have a -4 minus 2. Then I have 2 minus 0. Well, I know that I have a negative on my opposite side, so I'm going to add and keep that sign. And then I have a 2, and 2 will go into -6, -3 times, and there's my slope. Okay, let me go ahead and clear this. Oh, well, it decides it's going to do that thing again. Alright. Alright. Now, that's where you're going to pause, and you're going to do the last one, and then you'll start back up, and you will go to number 12. And if you notice, I got number 12 and number 14 here. Well, look, we have this and we have this, and it's telling you to graph each equation. Well, we know that when we see a variable by itself with that x, we know that there's a hidden 1 there. So that means it's a 1 and a 1. So if we're taking this one, we would take 4, we would find 4 on our graph, and we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would make a point. And then it's just rise over run, so we go 1 and then 1. So our slope will look like that. Or we could take it a negative and we can go down 1 and over 1. Down, over, down, over, down, over, down, over. See, you can make any points that you want with that. Now, this one is a little bit trickier because you have to change it into the mx, the y equals mx form. So that means you would have to subtract the x and put it over on this side to leave your y over here. And then you would have your -x minus 3. So, and that would be the way your slope would look for that one. Okay. In between these, you should be able to do number 1. Remember number 13. Remember, the rise over run is what you're using. Now, let's go to the word problem, and we're going to walk this in together, and we're going to work it out. Okay, it says $15 rental. It says the video store charges $10 for the rental card plus $2 per rental. It says write an equation with the slope-intercept form for the total cost of C buying a rental and M movies. Okay, so this is the way I would write this, because we know C is Y. So we're going to use the Y equals the MX. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say C for Y. Alright, because I'm going to use the Y equals MX plus B form, is what it's telling me to use. So there's Y equals, it says M. Okay, what was my slope? M. Okay, and it says in an equation, and the total cost. Alright, so we have 10. And then we have renting movies of M. Movies. Alright, so we have 2. So we have X plus 2. Right? So we know that this is our slope. There's our X and there's this. And we want to know when it goes up. So, the next one says, graph an equation. Well, that's where I would go right here. And I have to go up every 2. So I'm right here, and now mine's going crazy, so it's not doing where it's supposed to. See, I'm trying to get a little closer. There I am, almost there. So it should go right here. And it should be right on that 10, on that line. Mine's not on the line. It's just this crazy thing right here. So I just grafted that. And then, the last part, it says, find the cost of buying 6 movies. So, it would be what? 22? Alright. Okay. When finished, it says go back to your Google Classroom. Click on Quiz It link and answer the 10 questions. Yes, this is a grade. I'm going to grade you on these guys. I'm going to come back for correctness. So that means don't hurry up and click and think you're going to go play the game. Then when you get done, go to the meltdown game and you can play it until we're finished. But I want you to take your time with it. This is multiple choice, but you should be able to answer each one of them with the things that we've been learning. So, with that being said, I am done.